let's get started. It's another day. Hopefully, y'all are having a good day. And today, Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill Thursday that issues a formal apology from California for its role in perpetuating slavery. The bill, introduced by Senator Reggie Jones Sauer of the state's Reparations Task Force, requires the state capitol to have a plaque signed by officials that apologize for California's involvement in slavery. Newsom also signed a formal apology for the state's role in slavery and its enduring legacy, which accompanies the bill. Newsom created the task force in 2020 to address potential compensation for those who allege to have experienced the negative effects of racism. The state of California apologizes for perpetuating the harms of African Americans faced by having inbuilt racial prejudice through segregation, public and private discrimination, and unequal dispersal of states and federal funding, and declares that such actions shall not be repeated. The plaque would read, California's laws disproportionately and negatively affect African Americans as a group and perpetuate the lingering material and psychological effects of slavery can be eliminated. The apology states, the formal apology is to restore and repair affected people with actions beyond this apology, despite the fact that California was a free state in the 1850s. As we the confront the lasting legacy of slavery, I'm profoundly grateful for the efforts put forward by the Chair Wilson and the members of California's Legislative Black Caucus. Newsom said in a press release, the state of California accepts responsibility for the role we play in promoting, facilitating, and the institution of slavery, as well as its enduring legacy of persistent racial disparities. Building on decades of work, California is now taking another important step forward in recognizing the grave injustices of the past and making amends for the harms caused. The New York City Council passed pieces of legislation earlier this September greenlighting a similar reparations task force and an entire study on slavery-related reparations in New York City. Governor Newsom office deferred the Daily Center Caller News Foundation to a press release on the bill and apology. Awesome, and of course, not awesome because of the title. Anyways, Biden's founder CZ leaves prison on Friday along with his 60 billion fortune. And this is on Friday. Champagne Zhao will step onto the streets of Long Beach, California as a friend for the first time in months. Since April, Zhao, who everyone knows as CZ, has been in federal custody after agreeing to return to the U.S. from Dubai in order to serve a fourth-month sentence for failing to implement proper anti-money laundering controls at Binance, giant crypto exchange he founded. During this time, Zhao spent around 2 months of minimum security prison in the California desert before being transferred to Holloway House in Long Beach, where, according to a prison official, he would have been able to make supervised excursions and even go to movies. Now, Zhao will have many options as he returns to society with a personal fortune of approximately 60 billion, the 25th largest in the world, and his legal troubles behind him. Zhao did not immediately respond to a direct message inquiry about his plans, and his lawyer told Fortune that he did not wish to be interviewed on the day of his release. Nonetheless, it's possible to make some informed guesses about his next moves on Friday when he is freed 2 days ahead of his official release date. If a release date falls on a weekend, inmates leave custody early. He will likely get in a chauffeured car and be taken to a private jet in Long Beach or LA. His first stop is likely to be Dubai or Paris, where his children live with their mother, E.G. Zhao, one-time romantic partner who is also a top executive at Binance. In a 2023 interview with Fortune, Zhao reflected on his brilliant but aloof late father and expressed concern he had inherited some of his neglectful traits. It is possible Zhao will decide post-prison to make up for lost time by spending more time with his family, including his sister, his son, and his mother, all of whom testified to his character and stood by his side at his sentencing this spring. Those endorsements from his family helped persuade the sentencing judge to accept what some view as a lenient 5-month sentence. So too did what the judge described as Zhao's extraordinary commitments and dedication to philanthropic activity across the planet. For now, it remains to be seen to what degree Zhao will turn those philanthropic commitments into concrete activities. Prior to his incarceration, he launched a project called Giggle Academy that pledges to create free, fun, and easily accessible learning tools for children across the world. For the next chapter of my life, I want to provide opportunities for others, namely our youth. I'm building a platform to provide high quality education for unprivileged kids all around the world for free, Zhao said during his sentencing hearing. For now, Giggle Academy appears to be little more than a website. This site includes several job listings that have been posted for months, but no information related to project timelines or the source and scope of its funding. This is perhaps unsurprising, though, given Zhao's recent situation, and it is possible more details about Giggle Academy will emerge in the coming months. In addition to his family and philanthropy, the now free Zhao may turn his attention to the third pursuit, the cryptocurrency industry that made him immensely wealth and which he dominated for the better part of a decade. And on the crypto front, though, Zhao faces a major wrinkle. Under the terms of his criminal settlement, he was required to quit his post as CEO of Binance and stay away from any day-to-day activities involving the company. Meanwhile, the settlement also calls for Binance to accept 2 external monitors imposed by the US government to ensure compliance. Despite these apparent constraints, there is the reality that Binance no longer operates in the US as it focuses on Asia and offshore markets. And even if Zhao is no longer the CEO, he remains the company's largest shareholder, which should give him considerable influence on its future direction. In response to a request for a comment about Zhao's release, a Binance spokesperson wrote, "We're delighted that ZZ will be home with his family. While he is not managing or operating Binance, we are excited to see that he does next what he does next. Since last year, Binance has continued to thrive under the leadership of our current team, surpassing 229 million users globally. It's worth noting that Zhao is only 47 years old, an age that is the prime of many executives' careers, and one where many are just taking their first role as CEO. All of this suggests that Zhao is very much ready for a second act, and that his influence will be felt in crypto and business for years to come." Again, thank you for joining. Again, hit me with a like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, let me know what you think, and of course, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter. Instagram, the Studio 11, Twitter, the Studio 2020. With that said, it's until next time.